Welcome to Acknowledge Your Masterpiece. This is week 2 of A.Y.M Ministries. I hope you've been having a great week. My week's been pretty good. I'm going to share a little bit of things that has happened this week. First off, I would like to thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the page. Thank you for leaving comments as well as liking the page. And I appreciate everyone also who is reading along, whether you're reading the Bible or you're reading the books that I'm suggesting. We read Fail Again, Fail Better, and the book of Matthew. Well, next week I plan on reading a book called Atomic Habits, and I'm going to be reading the book of Exodus. All right, if you feel like joining, you can join. If not, it's okay. All right, special shout outs. My first special shout out for today is going to the Habitat for Humanity volunteers. About a couple weeks ago, I started doing Habitat for Humanity on my free time. And it's a pretty good experience, being able to help the community give back. But this past week, I went to go painting. And I actually didn't end up painting. There was a lot of people there. Air Force, Army, and a lot of them wanted to paint. I'm not really a painter, so I was like, all right, cool. Do that. I'm going to pick up trash. So, we walked around, picked up trash, and, just interacting with the community. It was pretty cool. I like to experience it mainly because, you get to give back. But I just want to give a special shout out to the volunteers, the Air Force. Can't remember what squadron you're from, but the Dunkin' Donuts that you brought. Appreciate that. Good luck. Number 2, lady at the store. I want to tell the name of the store because I want to, put her out there. But me and my wife was shopping, looking for some. She was looking for some jeans, and they gave us the name of another store, and she was like, if you go to this store, you'll find some good jeans. We don't have that great of a selection here, and I even wear their jeans. And I'm like, she ain't supposed to be telling us this, but I appreciate it. But like I said, I'm not gonna tell her name or nothing like that because I don't want anybody losing their job. But shout out to you, lady. Can't tell who you are, but hey, shout out to you. Appreciate that. Another shout out. We live in a world where technology is taking over. Smithfield outlets. You got some amazing technology. You got vending machines where you can use your credit card, you can use your phone, and it's the bathrooms are beautiful. You got the water, you got the paper towel dispensers, you got all the nice stuff, But I just don't understand why we ain't upgraded to Charmin tissue yet. Maybe one day you're gonna get there, but you're not there yet. I don't understand. Sandpaper for tissue doesn't make sense. But okay, I'll leave you with that. All right, so that's my shout outs for this week. And if you visit Smithfield, just be prepared. If you go shopping and somebody help you out, give you tips on another store, give them mad props for that. That's awesome. And if you want to help your community out, if you want to volunteer, Habitat for Humanity is always looking for people. I truly support what they do. Christian organization helping people out who are less fortunate and who really need it. So get out there, helping people out. All right. So what's the aim focus for today? 19.2. No matter what. No matter what, Nash. What are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 is the Amplified version. It says, in every situation, no matter what the circumstances, always be thankful and continually give thanks to God. For this is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus. Share a little story with you. Hope my wife doesn't get, mad at me. I'm going to share not too much because I don't want her thinking that I'm putting her out there. But there was this night, probably like 3 in the morning, I was at work and I got a phone call. My wife said, hey, your son is drawing on the wall. I'm like, what? Your son is drawing on the wall. This was probably like 5 years ago. Yeah, something like that. So I get home. My wife she sleeps. She goes back to sleep. And I see my son, he's back in his room, in his bed. But I see, some nice artistic work on the wall. And I'm like, someone woke up in the middle of the night and decided to draw on the wall? What would possess you to do that? But I thought it was the funniest thing ever. It was so cute. Like, why would you do that? But, I didn't punish them, of course, right then and there. It was too late. It was too like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Probably got home like 8 o'clock in the morning anyways that day. But, yeah, one thing I remember from that day vividly is I had a note, I had a little sticky note, and I had it on my door by my bedroom door. And it had that scripture, 1 Thessalonians 5:18. And I thought to myself, well, I got to give thanks. I got to give thanks to God in this situation. That's crazy. I didn't give thanks to God when your kid draws on the wall. And if you live in an apartment, you're going to get charged for that. So, of course, we used a magic eraser and it came off. But, yeah, I had to share that, of course. Yeah. All right. So, I know my wife not going to be mad at me because I ain't share too much information. Anyways, oh, man, many years ago, of course, when I served in the military, Air Force, no, not the Air Force, Air Force. I was overseas. I was a gunner. Was, doing our daily routine, going outside the wire, looking for suspicious vehicles or items. One thing we learned was you always look like, where the trash is at, see if they're hiding something in the trash to, set off a bomb or something that can destroy your vehicle. So, one thing they tell you, but you really don't understand until you get over there to Iraq or Afghanistan is there's trash everywhere. How are you supposed to find something suspicious and there's literally trash everywhere? So, you can be like, hey, stop the vehicle. I see something suspicious. There's trash. You would do that every 5 seconds, like literally. So, of course, you just kind of get used to seeing trash everywhere. You just think kind of either everything's suspicious or everything's not suspicious. What's the point of me saying that? How does trash become the norm? Well, in our life, we allow sometimes trash or situations, obstacles to, show up in our everyday life. Things that habits or, things that we've done in our life, and, we begin to live with it as if it's normal, as if it's a part of our life. And it's not good for us, and sometimes in this trash that it's the things that we don't see, even sometimes the things we can see that can destroy us. One thing I learned, and even living with this trash and, driving daily, prepare for whatever, the key to my survival was my faith. I had to believe that literally no matter what, whether I did encounter a, piece of trash one day that killed me, or whether I did encounter, a piece of trash that, hurt me or wounded me, I couldn't lose my faith and I couldn't stop believing that, I was going to make it back home to my family. And that's what got me through every day, just knowing that I was going to make it back home because I believed that. And what I want to encourage you today is to know that you don't have to allow maybe your situation, your circumstance, or even your current arrangements in life to stop you from believing that you're going to make it. You have to believe that no matter what may come your way, no matter what, what happened today at work, school, at home, you're going to keep the faith because things happen, things we want to happen sometimes and things we don't want to happen, but we can't lose our faith in ourselves or in our future. Because as I began this year, I was excited, pumped up, sometimes things punch you in the face and you're like, I wasn't ready for it. Like I said last week, but you never know what's going to happen, but you always can know how you're going to respond. Respond by living in a life of faith. Believe in yourself, believe in God, believe that you have the power, the ability to overtake, to overcome, and to grow. Because we can't prepare for every situation possible. Even naturally, we can't. But we can believe that no matter what, we won't quit. And quick story, last year around this time, I was locked up. I was in jail. And I could go into details with that story. But, when I got out of jail, I began to look for a church. And for me, this was a new territory. I haven't looked for a church in years. So I looked for a church and I found this church, and I thought they said, it's cool. Come to the church, you're invited. But after going to the church, I found out that, they didn't want me there. And it shocked me because I'm like, I believe in God. I thought if you believe in God, you go to church, right? But no, they said, no, we don't want you here. I guess that was a way of protecting me. I don't see how you can protect a person when they're going to the place where they're supposed to be loved and cared for. But at this point in my life, I was like, you know what? No matter what, I'm not giving up on God. I'm not going to even give up on the church because this is just one church, you know. But it did, make me think like, there's people out there that really don't understand what the purpose of the church is about. But it's okay, it's life, But just yesterday was my first time going to a different church. And after going to this church, I decided that, I'm happy with, where I, place my faith. I didn't put my faith in just people because if I did, then I would have been discouraged and I would have gave up. But I put it in God and I put my faith in the Word because the Word says that, you're supposed to continue to seek God. You're supposed to trust Him with all your heart, and then no matter what, you give thanks. So when the church said, no, we don't want you, I gave thanks to God. I said, all right, Lord, maybe this is not for me. Like I learned, man's rejection is God's protection. So let me keep, moving forward in my personal walk with God and live the life I'm supposed to live. And eventually, months later, hey, I'm at a new church and they accepted me. They love me, it seems like, and hopefully, I'll continue to go there and things will go good. But it's just like I said, a personal story I want to share with you because that's something that, means a lot to me. But I understand that, we all go through something. But no matter what, don't lose your faith. No matter what, keep pressing on. No matter what, believe in yourself. No matter what, understand that you're beautiful, you're valuable, and you're loved by the God who created the whole world. As always, as I end my messages, are you ready to go throughout this week believing that no matter what, you're going to make it? Well, if you are, let's go! Because today's a new day, so let's do it right. You got one life, so try to be nice. It only takes a minute if you want to make a difference. Be smart and do your part. Come on, y'all. Change your heart. Thanks again for watching. Please share with anyone you think this could help. God bless you. Leave comments again. Subscribe too. God bless you. Love you. Have a great week.